Hi, I'm Brad Buckle from Buckle Surfboards, and welcome to my tip of the week. I've spent years shaping boards and running some of the biggest surfboard manufacturing facilities out there, and I know that the right tools make all the difference. That's why I'm here to share my favorite tricks, insights, and pro tips using AkuShaper, so you can design and build better boards faster. Let's dive in. Alright, today I'm walking you through a foundational method that I've used for years in the AkuShaper. That is designing board outlines with only 2 control points. Now, a quick caveat before the purists jump in. This isn't some one-size-fits-all sort of rule. There are plenty of boards that have hips, they need kinks, forced curves, etc. to meet a specific design brief. But the 2-point system absolutely has its place. And when it's used right, it can unlock some really beautiful results. Now, using 2 control or anchor points, typically one up here in the nose and one down in the tail, it allows the Aku curve engine to generate a clean, natural Bezier curve between the two. Fewer control points ultimately means fewer interruptions to that curve's flow. Every time you add a 3rd or a 4th control point to the outline, you are introducing another tangent, another direction of influence. That's more room for error and more chance of getting an outline that looks good at a glance but starts wobbling or flattening subtly as you sort of get close. Now, what problems does this prevent? Well, for one, it avoids lumpy transitions, micro kinks, especially on the rail. It also stops you from over-designing, stacking your points to solve problems that didn't really exist, and then having to manually clean them up later. Let's get away from the single fin and over to, say, a slightly longer rail line. Now, where do I use this? Well, personally, I started doing this early on when designing guns, big wave boards mainly, where I needed the rail line to be absolutely, utterly continuous, especially on those longer lengths. Any wobble or chat in that outline shows itself loud and clear. I found 2 points. It really let me create shapes that felt inevitable, like the curve wanted to be there. It's just, in a way, pure or fairly sort of seamless. What boards does this suit? Well, honestly, almost anything with a flowing curve. Gun step-ups, mid-lengths, fishes, there's always a call for it. I still use this method across quite a lot of my models, and then I tend to fine-tune in detail later on with points and rail rocker. But that outline, it's built clean right from the start with only its 2 key anchors. So don't feel like you need 3 or 4 points to be precise. Sometimes the smartest move is to kind of get out of the way and let Aku's engine do what it does best, which is rendering nice, smooth, organic curves based on clean Bezier logic.